This episode is brought to you by JavikWellness.com. JavikWellness.com provides pure organic and local CBD products. They aim to provide only the highest quality product that are organic and contain sustainably sourced ingredients. Visit JAVIKWellness.com. Use coupon code LTBcast at checkout for free shipping on your entire order. And also, AlohaNaturals.ca. Aloha Naturals provides all natural skincare products and hair products. Check them out at AlohaNaturals.ca/discount/LTB and use the code LTB for 25% off your order.
Okay, which ones are we talking about? We need three at least.
Succulent.
Which ones are we talking about?
Has Kevin ever done that?
Yeah, I did it once. I did do it once. You did.
I feel like you did.
I'm so good at it.
I feel like we should do it again.
I'm down.
I'm already trying to keep going, but it's loud. I just fucking laugh all the time.
Welcome everybody.
Welcome everybody to the London.
The London. Welcome to the London. The London banter.
It sounds like London.
It's such a
I told you I'm gonna fucking do it today.
Yeah, you fucked it up.
I know, and I knew I was gonna fuck it up, but I was gonna do it today.
You're gonna do the London today?
Okay.
He's got a lot on his mind.
Welcome everybody to the lunchtime banter.
Everybody, clap your hands.
Hooked on phonics worked for me. Fucking guys reading from cue cards.
I'm trying not to fuck it up there. I was like, okay, let me take it slower. But welcome everybody to lunchtime banter. I'm your host today, and the best host, obviously. And then we got a co-host over here, good Joe. And we got another one, Kevin. And we got some guys sitting over here in front of the fucking computer, fucking shit up, Jonah. What are you fidgeting around, man? Okay, anyways. Okay, let's get this shit rolling. we're gonna talk.
You fucking suck.
I never said I'm good. I just said I'm better than Jonah. Anyways. We're gonna talk about conspiracies today. Because last time we fucking started one, maybe got to two.
We've got two. This is conspiracy number 3.
Really? What? Episode?
Conspiracy number 3. Segment number 3.
What?
Part 3.
Episode?
I only remember one.
No, we've done 2. Pretty sure we did 2, no?
We always do a little bit of...
We do we probably threw it in one of the episodes.
It's teasers.
Jesus. Anyway, let's get to it.
Okay, you get to it. I'll figure out what number this is.
Okay, you figure that out. And now everybody's on the phone except me. And
I just finished telling you I'm figuring it out. Go, get started, bitch.
whoa, you want that?
Wait, what's your favorite?
We're gonna have that kind of. Huh?
What's your favorite conspiracy of all time?
I heard a new one. It's my favorite right now.
What?
That the sun is flat now. And I believe it. I believe it.
It's a cop, you fucking idiot. The sun is a cop.
This is actually episode number 2 for conspiracies.
Yeah, there you go, bitch.
There
you go, bitch.
The other one turned into,
Or is it episode 3 and the second
no.
one we got rid of? And
No.
maybe that's a conspiracy of its own.
No, the other one turned into superstitions.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was superstition.
Yeah,
That's not a fucking conspiracy. But my favorite conspiracy, I can't think of one on top of my head.
We're on the bottom of your head.
Like obviously the
What about that flathead of yours? Flatter.
I'm gonna come over and slap the shit out of you. Fuck! Now I forgot about it. Illuminati, probably. Just because it's so cool.
So let's talk about the Illuminati.
Okay, let's talk about it.
So a lot of people confuse the Illuminati with the Freemasons. They're actually 2 different things.
Well, no, it's just people.
What are the Freemasons?
Freemasons are actually around. My friend's one of them.
Exactly, and
What
they're
the fuck do they do?
branch of the Illuminati. What do you
They're not a
get
branch.
at?
They're just
People-
just a different type.
Yeah, so what was happening was that I think Freemasons started way before. They've been around for a long time. And they have a slogan to it. So like if you be one, it's like a bunch of letters, and it basically stands for if you want to be one, ask one.
Oh yeah.
Right? And
A bunch of letters.
You guys-
Is it Latin?
No, like it's abbreviated. Like
Yeah.
Or
It's
really?
like 4 letters. Anyways,
no, it's if you want to be one, ask one. It's fucking 7 letters. bitch.
We're really gonna be doing this the whole podcast now, bitch.
He said it's 7 letters. It's 8.
I missed it then.
You need your hooked on math book.
So do you guys remember there was a movie about this? Yeah, like they went to college and then they had this weird, creepy like thing that you go down to, and they.
Are you talking about National Treasure?
No, I'm not talking about Nicolas Cage's National Treasure. But it was
fantastic
fuck.
movie.
Now I gotta Google it and shit while you guys talk. But it's like they're in like a college or something, and then like you have to go down there and you like, and then there's like this old guy there and shit. It's fucked up. It's the same thing. You have to ask them to get in and all that, and then once you're in, like everything's done for like if somebody fucks with you, anything.
Yeah, like that's the whole thing is they support each other like crazy.
Money,
I
everything.
thought it was like a religion thing, like kind of like Satan,
Like Scientologists?
like a Scientologist, like that type of thing. But I looked into it, and it's not. You
Oh, it's
can
not
be-
religion.
You can be any religion.
Yeah,
you can be
it's not about
whatever. I thought you had to be white, straight up.
Are you trying to join it?
I was.
He
trying-
Did you ask?
I
But
did.
then
And they
Jay-Z
said no.
But then Jay-Z threw up the sign, and then it's like, oh, he's a part of it.
No, I started looking into it after he became a member, and I was like, oh, I'm like, but he's white, so obviously he's gonna get in. That's not a big deal, right?
What? You just said none of that matters.
No, that's what I thought originally.
Oh,
And then
Telling
when I
you his
started-
thought process.
And then when I started researching it, I started looking into it, and I was like, oh, actually, they don't care, and anybody can join. But
All I have to do is say white power, and then I'm in.
but it looks pretty cool. I don't know.
What do they do?
I'm pretty sure that his
It's
buddy.
just a society. It's a brotherhood, essentially.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you
brotherhood.
They just
help each other out.
whether it's through professional network as well, getting jobs.
Oh, that's the biggest one.
That's
like,
a big
oh,
one, right?
they'll hook you up with the best job right
Yeah.
away. Kind
Like
of
the
thing.
Skull and Bones?
Yeah, that. Oh wait, is that the movie? Hold on, I gotta look it up.
But yeah, it's just stuff like that. It's a brotherhood, essentially, is what it is. But there's a bunch of stuff you actually have to do, like it's not just, hey, I want to join and you join. You have to like actually like
Don't you have
like,
to learn a
you have
bunch
to
of
learn
shit?
you have to learn a bunch of shit. Like you have to learn a bunch of shit, do a bunch of tests, and then you like become whatever
Wild.
it is, and then you get a ring and shit like that.
You have to learn the real history of the world.
You know what? I think like all these things, like the Illuminati and Skull and Bones and shit like that, like Simpsons do the best depiction of all that shit. Remember that one episode where they all part of that one society? They had the rings and shit.
Yeah. Oh, it's like the same thing.
Yeah.
Same
Very-
Then
yeah.
the other episode, they had the like kind of like an Illuminati type of thing where the fucking Mr. Burns and the fucking other
Where they
Texas
used to
guy
wear
and
the hoods and shit like that.
yeah, they went
Yeah.
downstairs and they all have this like secret like
Yeah.
millionaire society type of thing.
Yeah, so that's and there are definitely societies like that in the world.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know how
wonder how, like,
ritualistic these guys are, but
Like societies, like I wonder how successful they are in like implementing their own agenda.
fucking Illuminati is pretty damn successful if you believe in it.
Yeah, if
Well,
you believe
that's
in
if
it,
you believe in it, but then you
what
can
if
believe in
just like, okay,
anything.
whatever.
That's true. But then, yeah, that's the thing. With their, you'll never know how successful they are
Yeah,
with their agenda,
that's the
because
whole
their
point.
agenda
That's
is
the
that
whole point.
you don't know how
You don't know what the
successful
hell's
they
going
are
on.
Yeah.
with their agenda.
You just think it's normal.
Exactly.
It's just going normal. But shit's nuts. And
Would you
if some-
join?
Huh?
Would you join?
Oh fuck yeah! But then I would want to see what it's all about and shit. And then I think I'd fuck it up, like on purpose. I'll just fuck everything up.
I'm here to fuck shit.
Classic
Yeah.
Batesy. I'm here to fuck shit.
Just fuck it up, man. Especially if they're like bad people. If they're good people, they let them carry on.
I think they're all like family men. I think they're good people. Like this
Do
guy.
you think Illuminati is all
No,
good?
not Illuminati. I'm talking about like
Freemasons.
again, I'm
First
talking about
off, your
Freemasons.
buddy is probably lying. He's part of nothing.
Seriously.
He's go, oh, he's bro, just bought a ring off of fucking Amazon. He's like, yeah, kiss the ring, bitch. This guy's just sitting there believing him. Ooh, it sounds so
Tell me
fun.
more.
Yeah.
How do I join? I'll do anything.
Oh, I just have to sit on this couch?
Right when you
Black
said,
leather couch?
What's the camera for?
right when you said that, my mind went straight. To
I know, 100%.
It's automatic.
Take my pants off right now.
No,
No,
not
why
like
do you believe it so much?
I don't believe. I'm just saying it looks
Don't believe.
What proof does he have that he's actually part of this?
like he's posted at the clubhouse and stuff with like
Where's the clubhouse?
he lives on the
it
island.
the Mickey
it's
Mouse
out
clubhouse?
on the island.
Okay,
Courtney or something like that. I don't know exactly where.
let's get the address. Let's do like an on location interview. Find out what's really
I'll
happening.
get some more details for you.
Okay.
Yeah, let's get him on the podcast.
Are they like open about it then?
Yeah, they're very open about it. That's their whole thing. They're like, we're not a like if you want to be one, ask one. Like, this isn't a fucking secret. Like, that's the whole thing. If you
Their whole
drive,
slogan
if
is,
you
"It's
drive
not
on
a
a lot of
secret, guys."
highways,
Yeah.
right, you'll see like their symbol. Like, if you drive on like some artery roads and stuff like that, you'll see their symbol, which basically means like, hey, their clubhouse is somewhere around here. Like, it's actually like.
But then you have to find it.
It's like a provincial sign.
That's weird.
Oh, that's
Like, you know how they have like a
Yeah,
sign
like
for
a
a
real
museum
sign.
or
Not cool
something like
anymore.
that?
Huh?
I feel like it's not cool anymore.
I know. I wish it was like. I wish it was like hidden.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to have a black light to see it and shit. That would make it cool.
Yeah. And like the sun goes down, it's the only time you see it.
Sometimes a day.
Oh shit, fucked up shit like that.
Yeah, little tiny light comes out of the ground. You have to dig.
Yeah.
On this date, on this
Yeah.
year, the moon will be in this phase. And then you put
Summer
a,
solstice.
You gotta hold up a fucking microscope and they fucking oh, fucking nutty.
burn a leaf on fire, and the leaf will turn into something. You guys are
You think
fucked.
the Illuminati?
You are. You're the one that believes them.
So why does everyone think that Rihanna's in the Illuminati?
Because Jay-Z is. And
'Cause we're
she's
poor.
right there under him.
Well, Jay-Z, man, look where the Illuminati got him. He's all up in the NFL now.
That's not Illuminati. Okay, he's very smart and he's basically an asshole too. He
He is.
took over a
Yeah.
lot of shit.
He is an
He's been like, oh, you don't, that's not that great. Let me just buy that off you. That's what he fucking does. He's smart like that, right?
The
You gotta
bad
give it
news.
to him. He's smart, but he's fucking people over.
I think he catfished a lot of people with his title. Hey, yeah, I know you're gonna be part owner. Sign this declaration. We're gonna have this big ceremony. Yeah,
Declaration
fuck
of
all you. I
Independence.
own all your shit now. I own your rights.
Yeah.
I'll tell you where you can and cannot stream.
it's fucked. Is he still not on Spotify?
No.
Yeah, it's fucked, man. And then when I transferred over my music from Google, every single song that was Jay-Z that I was on my playlist, there's another person singing it. It's like a rap.
hilarious.
When it comes
It's like a
on,
cover?
yeah, and I'm like, oh, then it's like starting and shit, and then if fucking somebody else rapping it, I'm like, oh
Like
yeah,
Will Smith
I'm
every
like,
time?
Oh, yeah. Will Smith. No, but it's somebody random and shit. It's fucking bullshit. Fuck that guy.
I don't know. I feel like anybody that's super successful is a dirtbag. Like,
So, wait.
100% to get
No,
there.
not everybody. Not everybody. You can't put
not
everybody.
but like
you gotta question that.
95%.
Yeah, you gotta question it first. Be like, how did you do this?
Yeah. Well, look
Well-
at the CEO numbers. Like 75 or more than that percent is fucking legit psychotic. Where they're what's the word? Where they-
Sociopaths?
sociopaths. Yeah. Like they don't give a shit about other people. So
Well, you
of course
kind of have to unless you're making a
Yeah.
really good company. That's a,
Exactly.
Like if you're not like that, you're gonna make a really good.
because if
company.
you're not, you're gonna get fucked over by other people that
Yeah,
are.
I think
you.
true.
So it's like you become an asshole.
Again, I
just-
don't think it's the person. I think the organization becomes so big, so large, that the organization will trample over and do questionable things and all that kind of stuff. And again, it's not necessarily the person, but it gets attributed to the person because they're in charge of the organization.
I disagree. I think it's the fucking person. I think they went out there and they're like, "This is my goal. They're gonna achieve it. And I'm gonna do whatever the fuck it takes to fucking do it."
'Cause at
But
the end of
make
the
my
day,
money,
they
and
make all
like
the
I feel
decisions.
like they're gonna have to at some point make some sort of fucking like moral like
So
decision.
let's look at
and they'll probably be
Amazon.
like, "Fuck everybody. I'm doing it me."
So let's look at Amazon, the world's largest company, biggest company, right? Wealthiest guy, Jeff Bezos. You think that intentionally he went out and said, you know what, I'm gonna fuck the environment in the ass?
not the environment,
But like that's what I mean. A lot of people attribute
No,
Amazon
no,
as
it's not
a
like that.
negative
It's not like
thing.
that.
And I'm gonna
100%.
shut all these mom and pop stores right the
Oh, I
fuck
guarantee
down.
he thought that.
You
I
think so?
guarantee he was like
when he started his
I
little
guarantee-
not
fucking-
when he started,
when his
not
book-
right
but
when he started.
in
not
that
like
type
the
of-
first day, but his mission plan was, I can capture more of a market share if I do this.
But that's
and if I
dude, that's
fuck over these-
capitalism though.
I know
Like,
that's capitalism.
That's what it is.
It's not necessarily him being like an asshole or anything. Like he's not like super evil, but like that's what he had to do. He's like, I had to take out all my competition,
Yeah,
so it's
yeah.
all me now.
Yeah.
That's capitalism, man. That's
And
why
like in that,
that's why it's
area,
bullshit.
you're not really caring about they're fucking trying to make a living. You're just like no, I'm trying to fucking build my empire.
But
over
what
here.
I'm
Yeah.
saying is, I don't think it's like a conscious decision that I'm gonna crush.
Okay,
a
hold on.
little-
Hold on, hold
it's,
on.
I'm gonna grow this market, and I need to take this. I'm gonna focus on this. I'm gonna blow this market up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna blow this market up. Right, and then the consequences of that.
No, but somebody comes to you with the consequence. Somebody like
Yeah.
if you're not even thinking of it, listen.
Yeah.
If you're not even thinking of it,
But that
some
should- and that-
environmentalists or somebody's gonna come. You're like they're like, oh look, you're affecting this shit. Now
Yeah.
if you don't look at it and make a decision to fix that problem, then you don't give a fuck. Then you're there.
Yeah, because if
I know in the beginning you might not be there because you're concentrating on certain other things.
Yeah, the environment. I guess that one's a
Now,
bad
okay, no,
example for Amazon,
then wages and your employees too.
Yeah, like that one's a huge one right now
eventually
still.
somebody's gonna come up to you and be like, look, these guys are getting fucked. And then if you go, oh,
and his
okay.
employees are definitely getting fucked.
Dude, they're getting
Exactly.
straight fucked right
and
now.
he's making killer money, so
He's
it's
making,
like
dude, something like if you fuck.
Dude, he wouldn't even be able to spend all his money in like 20 lifetimes of spending all like as much as he could every day.
And that's with giving half of it to his wife already.
That's nuts.
He's still the richest.
Exactly. That's what I mean by like you have to be a certain amount of sociopath. That's not just driving towards a goal. That's understanding that your goal, because you got to understand the consequences of your actions too. You can't just be like, oh, I'm going for this. Whatever consequences happen, it's not on me.
I wouldn't say all are in that same boat though.
I would say 90% are.
I would say something like 75.
90% high, man.
But one thing,
I'd say less. I'd say 60-40.
One thing that
60-40.
the concept of Illuminati.
I think Jonas started questioning himself. I think Jonas started questioning himself. That's why he's making the number lower.
I'm one of the good guys.
Are you though?
Dude.
All right.
Socially conscious,
I think the idea or like the concept of having Illuminati or like these guys who fucking control all this fucking main shit around the country, it's actually like it's almost like Preeti's idea of how the government kind of should be. It should be a fucking collective group of people controlling everything, or not controlling, but
communism.
not communism.
A better version of it.
But didn't you see that thing?
Only if they're all good people though, and they're actually like thinking
that's
better.
the problem. That's the whole problem.
The people who made it, they're usually you have to be that type of person to kind of be like, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna do whatever it takes for me to get to the top.
Exactly.
You're not necessarily like evil, or whatever, but like you have that sort of mindset where it's like, yo.
But nobody
first.
thinks they're evil. Nobody goes,
Nobody
I'm
thinks
a
it.
fucking
Because
piece
these people
of
still
shit.
like, I know. These
Everybody
people,
thinks, I'm doing it because of this, and I'm doing it for my mom, I'm doing it for this person.
They erase those things.
Yeah. But like even that, like I know they still like donate to here and donate, but like
Don't do
Tax-
that.
no.
First of all,
Tax benefit, this is that. So still
Donating
trying to
shit.
like make themselves feel good, but it's like at the end of the day, they have that sort of mindset. And that's the reason they got to the top. So it's not necessarily they should be controlling all this type of shit.
So speaking of Jeff Bezos, he did donate $1 billion.
Wasn't it? Didn't he pledge to donate like 10 billion to
I don't know what 10.
climate stuff?
Was it 10 or was it 1?
It was 10.
I thought it was 10.
Was
Yeah.
it 10? Okay.
I know it was a billion.
So
That's all.
regardless, it's in a B, right?
So
Doesn't matter if that's tax deferred, whatever. That's fucking huge.
whatever.
But the other thing
Seriously,
is,
what what billionaire has that? It was 1/10 his wealth.
1/10? No.
Yes,
No
it
way.
was.
What are you
Google it.
talking
It
about?
was.
To who?
Huh?
To where?
He's
How's that 1/10 is wealth?
if he
So if you're saying 1 billion, you're
What is the worst at
I
math?
think it's 10. I think it's
Dude,
10.
you shut the fuck up. You suck.
Wait, who did he
You
donate
suck
this
at
to?
math.
He's donating it to the environment. He's creating a foundation.
This is the thing, though.
He's gonna create a foundation that he controls.
That's honestly, that's the biggest thing. And the false pledges and shit. Remember when the Notre Dame burned down?
Oh yeah.
Remember how
was
many
fucking
fucking
bullshit.
people? Remember how many billionaire people? I'm gonna donate this. I'm gonna donate that. Looking at the numbers this far down the road, dude, majority of them haven't donated shit.
Oh, it was just-
they
oh,
do
they
it
got
for
the publicity
they do it
and
for the
that's it?
free publicity. That's what these billionaires do.
Pump
Fuck,
it
I
out.
should have said that too.
Exactly. I'm gonna donate everything I have in savings.
It was so important to me.
He donated 10 billion. It's about 8% of his total net worth. But
Pretty
he
fucking
wait,
close
wait,
to
You
10.
said 1 billion.
wait.
You
I
said
said
one.
maybe 10.
No, he said 10, and then you said maybe.
No. But he in 1 month. Apparently, he makes 10 billion.
What?
So it's
Some
a month
shit like
worth
that.
of- well, that's probably
The amount
company.
he's giving away to fight climate change is therefore equivalent to the wealth he made in 31.44 days this year.
Okay, but still.
So
it's
1
a fucking-
month?
It's a
1
pretty.
month?
It doesn't matter. It's still a pretty fucking large
No,
number.
it's not.
$10 billion pledged towards climate change.
When you're making
Nobody
that
has
much?
done- it doesn't matter how
When
much
he's
no,
listen,
it's not from
and
his company. Listen, it's not from his company. That's from his personal wealth.
But
Good
you're
for
acting
him.
like he's
Good
such
for
a
him.
good guy for doing this.
No,
I
dude,
still think
He's,
he's
hold on.
I'm not saying he's a good guy for doing it. What I'm saying is like at least a fucking
At least it's
billionaire is
doing
actually
something.
doing
Yeah.
something.
Well, wait. First off, Bill Gates does a lot.
Bill Gates is the
Does
only
a lot,
other
yeah.
one.
Does a
Bill
lot.
Gates is the only other one who does something
I think
to that scale.
I think others probably do, but we just don't hear about it.
No, they do it at a very small scale. A
Yeah.
million,
Okay,
2
what
million, 5
percentage
million,
of this-
10 billion fucking dollars?
what-
I know.
Whoa.
Sorry, but you got to think about it the other way. It's like at least he's doing something, and it's like, oh, it doesn't matter what percentage it is or how much he's making.
Yeah.
He's doing something, and it's like we're like, oh,
If
how
more-
much are you
exactly.
doing? How much we can't judge him based on him fucking giving to something.
No, what I'm saying is like I'm hoping that because it's a very egocentric world these guys live in at that level, somebody else who's a billionaire is like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna donate this many billion, and it actually starts to create some catalyst change towards
Yeah, I hope
something actually
Well,
happens.
wasn't that-
I
something
hope it
actually being done.
starts a challenge, like a hashtag
That was
challenge,
whatever it
and then
is,
they get
but-
rid of all the money.
That was a huge reason why Bill Gates did what he did and stuff, and started doing all these donations, these foundations and stuff. He was like, he said it. He wanted to inspire other billionaires
You
and
can't-
people that had a
you
shit
can't
ton of money
mock
to start doing stuff.
Yeah,
with
you
it.
can't mock the foundation
all I'm
because
sa-
if you look at the
listen.
Bill and Melinda Foundation, they've done a lot.
they've
man.
done a shit ton.
They've done a shit ton
Yeah.
to eradicate.
Yeah.
And even like the communities they go into, they call it the Bill and Melinda effect.
Yeah, yeah.
That when they go to those communities, how much of a fucking impact they
Yeah,
have.
they do a lot.
Yeah.
They do a fucking lot. I think they spend most of their time doing that kind of
Yeah.
shit.
However, Amazon is one of the worst polluters.
It is.
That's
Exactly.
what I'm trying to say. Like, fuck, look at that percentage.
No, that's what I'm getting at. So when he started, do you think he knew what the fucking
Not started. You
environmental
gotta stop saying
impact-
started.
Okay,
At
fine.
one point, look, it's been what 20 something years since he started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. At least 10 years into it, he had to know.
At some point.
Yeah,
At
at
least
some
5
point.
years into it, I'd say.
5 years, he wasn't that big and shit, right? You're still. but like-
he was getting there though, because like,
You
dude,
know, I think
his
it's-
whole
I think-
business model was
I think-
I sell
I think-
books only.
Yeah.
I think
online.
it took 10 years for it to kind of hit like
Yeah, like
bullshit
hit
Amazon.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
So at 10 years,
Yeah.
you think that nobody came out to him going, "Hey, you're like you gotta watch what you're doing over here. Watch what you're doing over here."
And like he had a legit strategy where he purposely put mom and pop shops out of business so that he could, and then jack the prices up after they went out.
But
It
that
was
I
the
don't.
Walmart
That I
style.
don't blame on him because that's capitalism, man.
I think that's just the nature of the business.
That's the nature of
Yeah.
business.
He said he
That-
started to sell a product at a cheaper price,
Yeah, yeah.
and if they couldn't compete, they couldn't.
What do you,
compete.
that's the same thing as Walmart.
No,
all
but
these guys that- that
Walmart's,
fucking-
yeah, exactly.
But the difference is when you purposely take a hit on stuff just to put the other guy out of competition because you have the revenue to do that.
Yeah.
Because that's how Walmart works. That's
Yeah.
their biggest scam is that they'll come in, undercut everyone.
Yeah.
Once everyone else is gone,
bring it back to normal.
They bring it back to normal because they were losing money that time.
But that's why this
The cost of
capitalism
doing
shit
business.
it doesn't
that's
work.
why capitalism doesn't work. It's too
Preeti 2020.
selfish.
Year's almost over, guys.
Well, think about it.
Get on board.
Because capitalism is based off infinite growth too. Eventually, we're running out of shit. You can't have infinite growth. Every year can't be better than the last year. Sometimes you got to just kind of start plateauing, peaking off. So
See why? That's why we need communism, and the people at the top get paid the least.
Communism
so you
doesn't
only
work
wa-
either, though.
yeah, it does if you make it properly. I'm telling you, it can
No
work.
one until this day has made it properly.
They did it fucked up. Okay, I was not born yet.
and they didn't have the technology, honestly.
they didn't have the
technology.
The technology.
They don't know how to divide that
technology.
money out properly.
Huh?
Well, now we got better count. Like
Yeah.
That is true. There's way more accountability on shit.
And we know what's
Everything's
happening
tracked,
across the
everything's-
country.
yeah.
We know what's happening across the country, not
So
like
I got a
exactly
conspiracy
only where
theory
you
for
where you
you.
care.
Let's
What?
move
What
back.
is it?
Go.
I know something recent relative is the coronavirus. How do you think it?
So it could be that it was made in one of those labs
Yeah.
because there was one in Wuhan, whatever you call
the
it.
only level 4 biohazard lab.
Yeah, and it could have been created there, and
So some are saying the U.S. are the one who
put it there
Do you know who's saying
put
that?
it there
just to make that
just to make
connection.
China collapse.
Do you know who's saying that though? And it was recently proven who started saying that?
Who?
Russia.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So
It
they're-
got proven that Russia was pointing the finger at America. America was pointing at Russia. Like,
Dude, in
shit's
this
fucked.
Pretty crazy.
show that we watch,
But the-
Russia
Yeah.
is the funniest. They'll sit back and be like, let's do this. Let's see
Russia, legit, one of their strategies is basically that they'll say they did it and implemented shit everywhere and to everyone just to cause mass confusion. Everyone thinks, okay, well, Russians are behind it. Russians are behind it. And like they do crazy shit like this that it was proven they started doing shit like that in
But
World War II.
that
Russia's-
conspiracy theory is
Russia's
pretty crazy though.
Huh?
That conspiracy
What about
theory is
that book
pretty
thing?
crazy.
How it was written in that book?
Dude, that book was fucked. So the book was called. Oh fuck, I don't have it on my phone anymore.
It's
There's lots
The
of stuff
Eyes
in
of Darkness by Dean Koontz.
it was written 20 years ago
More, I
or
think.
more, like 30 years ago or
Yeah,
something.
80 something,
85
yeah.
or something.
right?
I forget now.
And
It's like 40 years ago.
it's a fiction book, right?
What do you mean? It's a fiction book.
Yeah.
It was fictional.
Yeah, I guess.
Right?
Yeah.
It has to be. What?
Well, yeah, I guess, yeah. It would be,
not
yeah.
true.
Writing about the future.
So, anyways,
He was a time traveler.
It was a non-fiction book.
I don't know what I was thinking. It's a fiction book. And the guy references in there saying in the year 2020, from the Wuhan province, there will be a read it, Kajol. Fucking you got the thing.
Yeah,
I don't
you got
want
it
to
right in
misquote
front
it.
of
Maybe he did it to make pick up his sales of his book.
I know. 30-year master plan. Fucking waited.
So it says two things. One is like in around 2020, a severe pneumonia-like illness will spread throughout the globe, attacking the lungs and the bronchial tubes and resisting all known treatments. And then another part of the same book, it says this guy, Li Chen, defected to the United States carrying China's most important and dangerous new biological weapon. They call the stuff Wuhan 400 because it was developed at their rDNA labs outside of the city of Wuhan. and it was the 400th viable strain of man-made microorganisms created at that research center.
And
Fiction. This is all fiction.
This is fiction, and this book was over 30 years ago.
But go back to that first one.
Crazy is that?
If you
Maybe
keep,
Russia ultimate fucking troll. They
if you
read the
keep
book,
reading what it
they
says,
knew they fucking waited.
if you keep reading what it says, though, it says that it's going to disappear as quickly as it came and then reappear in 10 years.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it vanished as
2030?
quickly as it
That's
arrived.
in the book.
Attack again 10 years later, and then
Dude.
disappear
And
completely.
it
That's
says
a time
there's
traveler.
known cure and stuff. It's the regular. It's a flu. There is.
But what if they
there
can't
is
find a
stuff for
cure?
that.
First
They're
of
already
all,
working on a
it hasn't-
vaccine.
it
Yeah,
hasn't-
but
it
they
hasn't-
haven't created it
they
yet.
haven't created it
It
yet.
could be right. This could be a time traveler.
It hasn't disappeared yet.
Do you
It's
believe
never
it?
gonna. This virus, it's got enough of a foothold that you're gonna see this virus every year now. It's gotten into the regular, because you know how we have flu season.
Yeah.
It's the same
It'll be
flu
coronavirus
mutating
season.
and changing. Dude, there's swine, like there's still
Coronavirus
SARS
season
and
in
swine.
Mexico.
Wait, but if
Swine
you
flu still comes every year. It's
Okay.
still in the
but if
population.
you get this coronavirus, what is it, COVID-19 or whatever?
Yeah,
that's what
COVID-19.
it's officially.
if you
Officially
get it,
now.
yeah.
All
and
the
you
racist terms are now over.
Yeah.
It's COVID-19.
you get COVID-19 and you
I bet
recover.
you Corona had something to do
You
with that.
fucking bitch! I keep trying to
Hold on.
fucking talk
Hold
over you.
on.
I'm gonna throw something at your fucking head, man. Fucking bitch, been doing it all fucking day. God damn. Fuck you. And this is my question: if COVID-19 you get it and you recover from it,
Yeah.
can you get it again then?
No.
Oh,
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because
That's how fucking flu viruses
You
work.
can get
Yeah.
influenza.
You could
again.
get a
That's
new
how
strain
new
of
strain,
it if
new
it
strain.
mutates.
You won't get COVID-19.
You won't get the same thing again.
But
You'll
it
get-
will
you-
mutate, especially
It
if
will
it stays
mutate,
in the
yeah.
if it stays in
and
the
that's
lab.
that's what happens. It just stays in and mutates a little bit. You get it again and stuff like. But it's not super fatal. It's like a 2% mortality rate. It's around the same as a regular flu.
But
Isn't
that's-
it more than 2%?
Buddy,
I thought it was like
that
4 or 5.
It's 3% was the last
3%?
figures.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, my figures are old.
those are based off the figures that China's telling us.
yeah,
That's the
other
thing. That's the part.
Oh, dude, the craziest thing
That's another
That's
conspiracy.
conspiracy. Yeah,
dude, the craziest
That's
thing
not
I
a
saw on that
conspiracy.
though
We
is
know they're lying.
dude, somebody predicted. I saw it on Reddit. Somebody predicted. They were like, because they had shown, I think it was up at that point, like 3 or 4 days worth of numbers,
Yeah.
and each day it kept going up a certain amount. Somebody did the math, and they were like, "Oh, this is a simple like equation, and if you follow it, tomorrow this is how many are going to be dead. This is how many are going to be infected. Day after day after day after." He gave the numbers for the next like week, and they were fucking spot on. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, because first they lied about it, and
Yeah.
then all of a sudden 15,000 more people were infected. I posted an infographic about it, and it shows like how exponentially there's more people infected with this COVID-19 than MERS, SARS, any of those other ones. It blew it out of the fucking air.
But that's the whole thing about
But that's
this
the
one.
reported.
Maybe the whole
cases,
thing is a lie.
But they haven't even. But they haven't even like.
Yeah, we don't know.
Have you seen
had
anybody
it?
who's sick?
Have you had it?
No, I don't want to fuck.
How do we know
Have
it's
I
even
had it?
real? How do we know if it's even real?
This is a whole movie. Our whole life is.
This
a
is
movie.
all to crash the economy right before the.
Yo, I don't
right
believe
before
Wait,
the
is
U.S.
it-
elections.
Isn't U.S. election
Yeah,
economy going up though?
No, it's fucking crashed.
Oh.
As of yesterday,
Uh.
because Apple was the first one, and this is the thing, like everyone was saying, okay, if China factories are shut down, this is gonna have a massive
Yeah, yeah,
impact on the world.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
On the market. The market didn't react to it. Then Apple came out and did a Q2 earnings like a forecast,
Yeah.
saying that our earnings are going to be down in Q2 because we know we're not going to get
products.
our products and stuff like that. And then after they reported, everyone's like, "Oh shit, I think this is going to have an impact."
Well, this was
and
happening.
then the last 2
it's
days,
just a delay.
markets have been in the red.
Well, this has been happening to like the cell phone shops here for a bit. Like they can't get their phones.
And honestly, with
Oh,
markets and
it's
shit,
already been happening.
Dude, it's been happening for like 2 weeks.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, apparently there's a report that came out really recently, and they're like, because I think Japan is like the second most affected or whatever. They're like, if it gets high enough and there's a serious enough,
They're
we
going to
might
cancel the Olympics. I saw that one.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
That's fucking nuts.
I don't think it's gonna.
They're like,
be
if by May, they're like, it's not under control, we're going to cancel
It
the
makes
Olympics.
Well,
sense.
it makes
though.
sense
Dude,
to
how
do
fucking
it.
crazy it is. So I don't think it's Japan who's second highest. I think Korea second
Oh, maybe it's
highest.
Korea.
I thought it was Philippines.
Korea
It might all change.
Korea
my
second
numbers.
highest. Then I maybe Japan, but like Italy's up there.
Yeah.
Iran's up there.
Dude, the
Iran
Italy-
is one of the highest.
The
like,
Italy one
infected.
was weird too because
The
it went
Italy
from what one day it was 3 people infected.
Yeah, yeah.
The
To, like,
next day
140 or
137 or
30
something.
like
Yeah.
that,
They clearly
It
didn't
was
stop anything
insane.
happening there.
I'm telling you, man. it's
But then
all
they're
fake.
shutting the shittings.
the
Shitty.
shitty, the
cities.
shitty, yeah.
Shitty. Yeah.
Shutting the
They're
shitty cities down.
shutting the cities down. They're like
The-
Venice and one more. I think.
The real scare
Telling
now,
you, it's all fucking fake.
the real scare now is they're like
That's a conspiracy theory.
the real scare now is that
I
they're
don't
like
believe any
all
of
these
this
other
shit,
countries
man. man.
They don't know how to. They don't.
YouTube
They
only.
can't suppress it the same as like China and stuff.
That's what it
They're
is.
Like, how are you guys gonna control this? How is this gonna, dude? We haven't seen India's numbers. That shit ain't gonna be controlled in India.
Oh, everybody's gonna
It's
get
gonna
it.
spread
Dude,
like
if
motherfucking
it's in
wildfire.
Iran already, like Africa, India,
Dude.
all these places, they're not equiped to deal with
No,
it.
they're not equipped to deal with
Yeah,
this.
that's
Fake.
what the shit is.
Fake news.
Japan is equipped. Like Japan is like very.
His shit's all fake, man. Fuck that.
Don't even worry about it.
Dude, how the fuck there was a
Just go out
diseases
there,
in 1720,
cough and sneeze
1820,
on whoever the fuck
1920?
you want.
How the fuck is there another disease in 2020? Shit's planned. Fuck that.
I don't know. It might just have to do with the way our genes work against resisting.
Why the 20s?
disease.
It's to make
something.
Because
Maybe every-
Illuminati, guys.
Because history repeats
Repeats.
itself. That's why.
either that or they're just rounding up or rounding down and saying in the
Yeah.
20s that happened, in the 40s
Yeah.
that happened, in that happened.
Nevertheless, it's all the 20s.
Still 20s.
And
Yeah, but it could have been
I don't know. Technically, this is
2024.
Ooh,
Oh man, such a
4
big
years
difference.
off.
Huge.
Plus or minus. Oh,
Huge.
fuck off.
I hate,
Technically,
I, hate,
COVID-19.
I hate when this guy talks numbers. It pisses me off.
Seriously, you know nothing about numbers. You fucking
I told you on multiple occasions I suck at math.
not even just math, just numbers in
I
general.
know.
You don't even barely know what I'm saying.
10, 11, 12.
like when you say I suck at math, I'm thinking like quadratics and like shit like that.
I'm talking
Calculus.
basic
I'm like,
fucking math.
okay. 2 plus 2 equals window.
What Windows? Windows 10?
Windows 22.
I think one of my favorite conspiracy theories is 9/11.
It's a favorite of yours?
It's my favorite.
You're glad
fucked.
about 9/11?
You're happy about
It
this?
says my favorite conspiracy.
9/11
That's dark,
You're-
yo. That's dark.
You know how I look.
Yo,
Okay? It already looks bad on me.
it's like he did it.
That's dark, bro.
We've been getting profiled for it for the last 20 years.
Oh,
so
shit.
many
It's going to be 20 years next year.
Holy.
That's fucked.
That is wild.
Anyways,
Do you guys remember where you were on that?
Yeah.
do.
Dude,
Yeah.
I was,
I
at,
don't.
I was at high school.
We were supposed to fly to Calgary the next day, and all the flights got canceled.
oh fuck.
Well, yeah, we were too, and then we had to
going
drive.
we're going to a wedding, yeah.
I think my dad yelled at me that day.
Why did you do that?
Why did you listen? Okay, you know brown parents like they hate like when you're playing games or anything like that. So I think I was like sitting there playing games and I didn't like know anything that happened. And I was playing, and like I walked in the room and I was like, no, he's like, "Saat tenu pata nahi, tu game khedi hai na, isse pehne ho jao." I just got yelled at because 9/11 happened.
100%. They were probably telling him to shut the TV off so they could watch the news. And Gajot, as a kid, was always a bitch and would complain like a little bitch.
Was?
Still is. And was probably like, "Money game band karni. I'm not gonna turn it off," right? And then they probably like yelled at him. 100%.
Probably something like that. I don't fully remember, but I know I got yelled
And you
at.
still
Like, dude,
remember.
what did I do? I didn't cause
I
this.
wasn't there.
That's why it's his favorite.
Yeah.
A couple things. I was looking it up. So what do you guys think? Do you think it was planned? or
Well, I
fake?
saw the video and I saw a plane fly into it. That's pretty fucking legit.
No, I
Yeah.
know.
Nobody's saying the plane.
Holy shit! First of all, you weren't even there, so you didn't see shit.
I saw the news
You
live.
didn't see shit.
I
Anyways,
How do
live
you
for
know
the
it
second
was
one.
live though? It could have just been a
The
recording.
First one everyone missed. Second one was live.
Numbers. You're not good with numbers. I don't know. You don't know how many bullets.
We'll call it Flight A and Flight B.
Let's go letters.
anyway, so you think like it's legit? Everything is like America had nothing to do with it.
No,
They
I'm
just got
not, I'm not
attacked.
saying that because there's so much like other coincidental shit that happened that day. That was pretty fucked
Tower
up.
7.
That's what we're talking about then. We're not
What
talking
about
about
you,
It's obviously something was fishy there. There's something
So
fucking.
why don't
Yeah.
we tell people what the fishy stuff is?
Okay.
I think Americans knew.
Well, what do you
this.
think?
I think Americans knew. I think Americans like were in on it. Like higher ups in the government, people. Not everybody, but like certain individuals knew and were planning it because it was the whole reason they went into Iraq and
Yeah,
shit.
they needed the
they needed
authority.
they needed a spark. They needed
I
something.
think they
to,
used. I don't think they planned it as in, "Hey, you're gonna go and do this," but they took advantage of the situation and said, "Hey, well, this is a perfect opportunity. Fucking move these assets right now. Bang, bang, bang."
No, I think they knew.
What?
You think they knew?
Yeah.
They knew.
Like, I don't think like okay, fucking Bush was the president. I don't think him. That guy's a fucking idiot.
Because that guy's a dumbass.
That guy's a complete dumbass. But I think the people around him all fucking like planned some shit out. Maybe some Illuminati shit happened. I don't know, but some shit fishy shit down.
He was just sitting there reading a book upside down. Didn't even know what was going on.
the part that doesn't make sense to me is like, okay, the explosions that happen
explosions.
Well,
in the fucking building.
The conspiracy theory.
Why are you
is
looking
that-
at me like that? Then going, yeah, explosions.
The conspiracy theory is they
That they had.
They had-
It was
Yeah,
a controlled demolition.
But
Yeah.
how did you hit that floor? That I don't get.
What do you
Like, how did you hit that right floor that the explosion? So, like, were they like bombs set everywhere? And they're like, oh, wherever have the plane hits, we're gonna. I don't know.
I think what you saw in those explosions was a fucking plane crashing into a building and fucking jet fuel going everywhere.
So the explosion we could not see.
I'm saying the explosion was the fucking plane hitting the tower.
I saw that, you fucking asshole. I'm saying what collapsed the building.
What collapsed?
The plane did.
The plane.
When the plane hit it.
So you believe the plane brought it down?
Jet
Totally?
fuel can't melt steel beams.
That's what I'm fucking saying. And you're trying to piss me off.
Okay,
over
that
here.
thing, that fucking saying
That's
pisses
the
me
biggest-
off all the
I
time.
know, it makes me so
jet
upset.
fuel, jet fucking fuel
So is
can't
that
melt
true?
it. No, the
It's
thing is,
technically true.
technically it does
that
not.
The heat that you would need to get to melt those steel beams cannot be achieved by jet fuel.
but it can be hot enough to make it lose its integrity.
Exactly.
You can bending and shit.
You can bend
Once
metal
you lose
without
integrity.
melting.
Huh?
Once it loses integrity,
Exactly.
it's-
And the impact, they proved that it could blow off the protective layer that they had on top of it.
Yeah.
And it could have blown it off. It was
Well-
like weird fire resistant. It was like insulation
Yeah.
shit.
Because they're built to withstand fires and shit without falling.
So a couple weird things. There was insider trading that happened right before the
Yeah,
attacks
yeah.
on United Airlines and American Airlines stocks, which were the fucking planes that were hijacked.
Wild.
And Securities and Exchange Commission launched an insider trading investigation on Bin Laden.
Really? On Bin Laden?
Holy.
He was a suspect.
Oh, he probably had a lot of money invested
Yeah.
in there. He's like, all right, boys, what planes are you guys using? All right, I'm going to short the stock. Short the stock. Fuck
Yeah.
these guys.
What flight was that?
Apparently, right like when it was happening, the air defense was told to stand down. Now I don't know if that was because there's obviously fucking people on there, hostages, and it's like, oh, we
Yeah.
can't do anything yet until like what are you gonna do?
And
Blow it up
that
before?
that's the thing. And the fact that it was flying into Manhattan.
Yeah.
Like,
But
what
I
are you
think after that situation, they said we're gonna shoot it down.
now they're saying
Yeah.
Like that's a hard thing to do. It's like, what are you gonna do? Shoot down the plane and you don't know where it's gonna go land in the middle of
exactly.
Manhattan, and you're gonna kill people. It's like, what if they were faking it and just fucking
Yeah.
we're
Because
about
then
to
you're
diverge.
taking all the heat because then
Yeah.
it's that.
Because
Yeah.
before
It
that,
never
I don't
would
think
happen.
that's ever happened. Somebody
Yeah.
crashed
Yeah.
into
That's
something
one of
and
Nobody's
those,
hijacked a plane and crashed it. Never
Crashed
mind
into it.
fucking 2 other planes on the same day.
Yeah,
Like, it
that's
was
like an
ridiculous.
ethical question. It's like, what do you do? Do you shoot it down or?
Well, now you
I
shoot it
think,
down.
I think now the
Now you have
the,
to.
now the answer is gonna be
because
shoot
it could kill way more people.
because you don't know what the
Yeah.
casualties on the other end will
Yeah.
be.
Yeah,
You
But
know, if it's
even
gonna be-
shooting it down, like where the fuck is that debris going?
Yeah,
if you're
everywhere.
too late to, so you might kill more people
Yeah.
doing that.
But I think that's
no, but it's like, what's gonna be like worse news? It's like, okay, it flew into the tower came down. It's like, what if they're shooting it down and it fucking goes to a school or something?
Yeah.
Is that worse?
I don't think so because the amount of
'Cause
casualties
kids don't
that guy-
matter.
But no,
No,
the thing
I'm
is-
not talking about
no,
that.
no, but
and you don't know it's gonna be like, oh, it's gonna hit that school.
Exactly.
It's
They
no,
shot it down. Why didn't they shoot it down this way and
Yeah.
do this and that?
But what?
everyone's gonna be a quarterback or
Oh,
an
yeah.
armchair quarterback
Yeah.
afterwards.
Yeah.
Right?
And that's the thing.
You're
Though,
always
is
gonna-
that blowback worth it?
You're always gonna look at because after you have the facts, right? So you're like, oh, this is what I would have
Yeah.
done. This is the conclusion. But in the moment, you don't have the facts, and it's like the decision making at that time. Unless you're in that moment, you don't know what the fuck.
Yeah.
What information you had when you had to make that decision, all that kind of stuff plays a huge part in it. After when you're dissecting, you can be like,
Yeah.
oh fuck, they should have just done this simple straight path to that answer. And
I
it's
know
like,
you're not.
that's not
fucking
how it works.
Under the
Yeah.
stress of the
Yeah.
situation, but okay, that kind of makes sense for like the ones going to New York, but the one hitting the Pentagon, that one should have been shot down.
That I don't even think it was a plane.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of people think that.
Yeah.
So you do believe in that conspiracy?
Yeah.
Okay.
That it
so
wasn't
you
a plane.
pick
Because
and
if
choosing
you,
over here.
okay, first of all, the Pentagon,
Yeah.
right? You're telling me that they wouldn't have shot down any motherfucking thing that even came remotely
I know they shoot
close,
down fucking drones.
remotely close to the fucking Pentagon.
I believe they do, but I thought you were on the other side saying that everything's true.
No,
No,
he never said
that's
everything.
not what I said.
Oh, my bad.
The other
Yeah.
thing is the fucking plane came and hit a place that was it was vacant because
Yeah.
it was being renovated.
Yeah.
That area.
Oh shit! I didn't hear about that. Part.
And
Yeah.
if you look at the impact, it's like a hole,
Yeah, yeah.
like no wings or anything.
Yeah, yeah,
right?
Yeah, it
so
makes no sense.
It's like more of like a air to, or even the CCTV footage showed like it looked more like a missile, like a I don't know if a rocket
Well, if the
launcher. or
plane
whatever.
lost its wings before that, it could have.
Yeah, but there's no debris path either.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Like
yeah,
that was the other
Pentagon
thing.
did
It was
have
like a
lot of debris.
perfect fucking hit it right at that level and then
Yeah.
created that hole into it.
And you're telling me these fucking junkie fucking hijackers
Yeah.
knew exactly what the fuck
Hell
to do?
no.
Well, junkie, weren't they all trained? They actually went to flight school.
They were mathematicians.
They all-
Yeah,
they all
they
went to
went to
flight
flight school.
Oh shit.
They all went to flight
Yeah.
school.
You think
Oh,
they
they're
were
a
just
bunch
like
of rednecks.
half-assed?
You think like think somebody up like me just grabbed the fucking wheel, like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
No.
It
They
would have
yeah.
crashed way before then.
all had training beforehand.
Yeah. They all
Obviously,
crazy
they probably never logged all the flight hours, but they had the basic knowledge to.
And they
like-
never had to practice landings.
No, exactly. You haven't passed the landing section. I don't plan to land. We don't plan to land.
This is fucked up that we're laughing about it now. It's fucked
It's
up.
been
that-
20 years. We're
I
allowed-
know.
One thing I don't know.
20 years enough?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think we're laughing about it. I think we're just thinking.
No, it's still.
fucked up.
They
like-
made a fucking TV show about Hitler like 10 years after they got him.
That's different, man. That's
No, it was like a TV show about Hitler and his family and
Like to
stuff.
celebrate him?
It was a fucking sitcom. What?
What?
You guys didn't hear about this?
No.
what in 1955. I wasn't born, motherfucker.
How are you watching this?
I didn't watch it. I heard about it after. It only had like one season.
The ratings sucked.
The fact that they would do something like that.
Okay, this one's weird. So, like, it's not like no racism or anything like that. So apparently,
What? Why do you have to say that disclaimer?
no, because what? So theorists noted that 4,000 Jewish employees took work off that day. I don't know if it was a holiday or what it was. They're like, Jewish people knew there was going to be an attack.
That's so weird.
That
I don't know about that
There's
one.
no way I believe in that one. That's fucked up. What are you gonna call 4,000 Jews? Hey man, don't go to work tomorrow.
You're telling me that one of
It was called the Heil Honey, I'm Home.
Kyle, honey, I'm home.
It was from 1990 though.
it
So
was probably a
it
fucking
was
parody
weird.
that shot on him. It probably
That's
wasn't like
45 years later. Don't say 10.
Okay, fine.
So we have to wait 45 years now.
Oh man.
that one's pretty fucked up. Like, what are they doing? Like, you're talking. Like, let's just say they addressed it in the synagogue with the full congregation. Hey guys, that
Maybe it was
day
some sort of fucking Illuminati shit.
we're taking
man.
it off.
But how? No, man.
I don't know about that one. I don't know.
Oh, it was canceled after one episode. That's why.
One season, one episode.
One episode.
Okay.
That's
Okay, man.
Okay, what are the Tower 7 thing?
So explain Tower 7 to me. I haven't looked into this
Kevin,
one.
you-
I don't know a ton about Tower 7, but from what I've heard is that the official reports are the diesel generators in the basement caught fire.
Same day.
Yeah, the same day. Like somehow I don't know if it's like I think they do say it was related to
what
the
kind of
terrorist
proximity
attack.
are we
Yeah.
talking about to these towers?
I think it was like
A couple blocks.
block. I think just one block away or something.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it was like
Yeah.
it wasn't like right beside it,
But
but
it-
it was like a block or something.
And like it wasn't in the debris path or anything
Yeah, it
either.
was nothing.
Like
Nothing.
it's not like the plane hit from one side
Yeah.
and this building was behind it or
yeah,
something.
nothing
was
landed
like
that way.
Nothing
Yeah.
from the collapse of these
No,
buildings.
Nothing
done
flew
that?
that way. Nothing
nothing.
landed that way.
Okay.
And yeah, they basically say that the diesel generators in the basement caught fire and exploded, and that's what caused the entire building to collapse.
Oh, it's like a whole chain of events. It's like, one floor got fired
Yeah.
and another, then it
And then
like
this
started
one, and then
spreading,
that,
and this
yeah.
and that.
Which kind of makes sense too, because people are going to be concentrated on the towers.
Yeah,
right?
and you're
Like,
not going to have the
there's-
response.
You're not going to have
something as simple as a very small fire that you think city in New
Yeah.
York even cared about anything else at that time.
yeah, exactly.
They're fucking every fireman was probably on the other tower. So
And I don't know. I don't
a
think
small fire report comes in. How badly
Yeah.
damaged was that tower damage?
It was
it completely
collapsed.
collapsed.
It
The
collapsed
whole
as well?
building collapsed
It
as well.
collapsed just from
and,
fires.
And that's why people are like, okay, so, and I think the building was empty too. It was like,
So is that more of an
it was
insurance
after
scam?
hours or whatever. Yeah,
This is just
that's
like
what
hey,
people are
let's
trying to
just
say.
add this to the list.
Yeah, just throw
Fuck it,
that,
insurance
get that
scam.
down. Yeah.
But there was a lot of other crazy shit that happened that day. Not just with the stocks.
Oh, what I heard was Snowden on Joe Rogan's podcast. He was talking about. He was saying that the CIA, I think it was CIA or FBI, they were emptying both were emptying their buildings before the planes hit. So they knew something was going to happen. Something was going on. They were evacuating.
Which makes sense because they would be
Yeah.
the first ones to have that
But
intel.
isn't it fucked that they started evacuating their own buildings and just didn't say anything?
You know, that's
didn't tell anybody.
that's a tough one, and the reason being is it's based off speculation that something's gonna happen, and putting something out.
Making a huge thing
it's-
about
yeah,
it
it
without,
It could create
yeah.
mass hysteria,
Yeah.
which could actually
That might be
create-
their emergency response.
Yeah,
Like that's just what
exactly.
they do every time.
A lot of organizations, big organizations, do that.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
they won't tell the public because their whole thing is like, listen, we don't know if this is true, so we need to do what we can.
Yeah.
And because like what the probability of that is, like it's not our responsibility to, well, in this case the CIA, I don't know, it's government, but whatever. But maybe their protocol is they told
Well, that
told
was-
the central government, it's up to the central government. Hey, we fed you the intel. It's up to you to now tell them.
No, I think
that's the biggest thing,
because the CIA is not the one who briefs the public.
But that's what the biggest thing Snowden was saying was the problem was that the CIA and the FBI each had their profiles on everything,
but they don't talk.
But they didn't talk to each other and share that information. Whereas if they had, they probably could have stopped it, or they would have known way more about it. Because it's
then that refutes our conspiracy theory.
Exactly. Well, you got to think the people doing this research, putting the work in and stuff.
Yeah, they're not
are
gonna
not
be
the ones making
part
the
of
decisions to do this.
Because somebody could still figure it out, even though some part of the government still.
Look at any other industry where they keep stuff like hidden. They don't fucking tell anybody, and everybody has to sign NDAs and stuff. So
that's the problem with it. There's so many fucking questions everywhere you look. It's like, oh, but what about this? And it's like none of the questions are actually fully answered. One of the things that pisses me off the most is, okay, they went after, they're going and find Osama bin Laden. They're like, oh, we killed him and then we dumped the body in the ocean like a fucking Decepticon.
That was the best part.
That one was so
Megatron?
Fucking like, yo, Saddam Hussein, they showed him everything. They fucking.
I kind of get the reasoning behind the bin Laden one, though.
Why?
Because they're like, if we bury him, and again,
that he's gonna come
back. They didn't even
alive?
show his body or anything though.
Okay, so beyond that part, they're like, it will become like a site where like people will go and be like, yo, this is Osama's, like,
it's a heritage site.
It's a heritage site, and then we'll get inspired by it, and then like want to go and do more and more. So like that again, I kind of understand that reasoning.
Nah.
And under Islamic not law, but like under their cultural thing,
Sharia law,
the options are either you bury, like have a burial site, or you're dropped in in the. They don't believe in cremation, so that, or you're dropped in a body of water or something like that.
Oh, really? Yeah. That's like a regular thing.
That's why they did the ocean.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
I didn't even know that was a regular thing.
No, that's why, because they wanted to. They still wanted to kind of look after cultural sensitivities and whatnot, right?
Should have done a Tibetan sky burial. That's where they leave your body out and let vultures pick at it. It's a real thing.
Probably is a good time. But still, there's nobody actually, like, except for the people who were there, but nobody else saw it or heard, or like nobody else could see anything sort of evidence about this happening.
No, I saw the video, but you can't see his face.
Yeah, exactly. It's like they bust into the room, pop, everyone, like, they're down.
Yeah. No, but even when they dropped him in the ocean, like, you see it, he's just wrapped in white.
Yeah, he was just wrapped up.
You can't really tell.
It could be fucking anything.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're thinking they still have?
And apparently the Navy.
Because that's you don't know what the fuck happened. Because that's a conspiracy. Like, oh, he's fucking chilling in fucking.
But that's a conspiracy theory as well. That they did capture him, but they never killed him. That he's still alive.
Well, I've heard that Trump's actually going after Bin Laden's son, one of them. And like he's not a huge threat, but Trump, because of the name recognition around Bin Laden and shit,
we got another Bin Laden.
Yeah, exactly. Is basically going hardcore after him instead of the other major threats.
What if the guy's just like? What if he's just like a normal kid going to university, trying to live his life, trying to forget his past of his father's, mistakes, and
such a dick.
Fucking gets assassinated.
Yo, Osama bin Laden was 6'4". That could have been the NBA.
Yeah, no, that I remember the body being pretty tall.
The body being pretty tall.
Yeah, like that's
a large bag.
The guy they had wrapped up.
That was a big duffel bag. That was a big duffel bag.
So with what's his name, Saddam Hussein, I saw the hanging, the video.
Yeah.
Right, but did they end up burying him somewhere? I don't remember them burying him anywhere.
I don't know about that, but they showed everything. They showed
fucking
pulling him out of the bunker and everything.
Well, I know that because that wasn't. I don't think that was the U.S. video.
No.
That's why. Those weren't the U.S.
They should have buried him right in that bunker.
Even Gaddafi, they show fucking them killing Gaddafi straight up.
Yeah. That shit was fucked up. That shit was fucked up.
You see the fear on his face.
That shit was fucked up, man.
Wasn't that the one where they like ripped him apart and shit?
Yeah. And then they carried his head around or something.
They mounted it on the Jeep or some shit. They did some crazy shit with him.
Yeah, that one was wild because it like ramped up quickly. It was like they were just marching him first, and then stuff started getting out of hand.
He was crazy, man. His fucking guards and shit, all the girls.
The fucking gold. What are they called? He had gold Desert Eagle guns. Sick.
It goes fucked up.
That was crazy, man.
It goes fucked up.
But think about it. Every dictator the U.S. has torn down, the country's just fucking in shambles,
they put him in place first.
I know they put him in place first, but like you have to kind of think like, it sounds very insensitive, and I don't know, but like, is that like the only way to kind of control like certain parts of the world?
That's not control.
Well,
it is because
I think that's what the problem is.
When they're under, like when they're like Iraq, for example. Iraq was Saddam Hussein, right? Yeah. Like, was. Yes, they used to fuck around with the U.S. and all that kind of stuff, but as a country, they were fairly stable under the dictatorship. Were they not?
I just think we didn't hear anything.
Is that what it is?
That's what it is. And now we see everything. And we're like, oh shit. Oh.
Well, have you seen the pictures of like Iran and Iraq back in like the 60s and 70s and stuff?
Like it was thriving.
Dude, it was thriving.
Yeah.
Looked like here and stuff.
Looked better than here,
dude. Legit.
And people were
wearing
actually
whatever.
getting educated. They were going to universities.
It was very Western, very forward thinking.
First couple times I saw that, I thought it was totally fake. I was like, no way. What are you talking about?
I did too. I thought it was like just one person wearing those clothes and stuff.
But wasn't that under the same rule?
No. It was before that. That's what I'm saying. Is the U.S. is the one that came in and started fucking around with shit and doing stuff.
Created the extremism.
And now I think they just don't want anybody to be in power almost.
Exactly.
So they can't like build up.
And that's what it is. They want control over that region because it's
oil, man.
That and it's very it's central and stuff. They have a way of accessing all these other.
It makes sense for them
for a bunch of other countries and stuff.
Shit they go there, man. It's fucking
exactly,
crazy.
and that's why they just don't want anyone else having power there. So they're like, sure, we'll just keep it a just war-torn area because fuck it, they're not our people. We don't have any jurisdiction. Even the fucking recent assassination that Trump did on that. Who was he? He was an ambassador or something?
The general.
No, the general.
Iran's general.
Yeah,
exactly. Right out their fucking their airbase.
Dude, a few weeks like
was it their airbase or Iraq's airbase?
It was. I
think it was Iraq.
I think it was Iraq. It was Iraq's airbase because it wasn't considered an act of war.
Yes.
Because it never was to their country.
Exactly.
It was fucking the guy. He got attacked in Iraq. Then I think
the retaliation happened in Iraq.
Attacked Iraq. Yeah. What the fuck, man?
Yeah.
In the middle, like, why are you hitting us?
Yeah. Because they attacked the U.S. base in Iraq.
Yeah. Exactly. And it's shit like this where fucking Trump like admitted that it technically couldn't be a political assassination or something because technicalities and stuff.
Yeah, it's not an act of war because it never happened on their home soil.
Exactly. Like the shit is so fucked and has so many dumb loopholes.
It's crazy.
Like nobody even
at first
they
gets in trouble.
Nobody wants to fuck around with the U.S. It's like okay.
So at first they said that that there were no casualties or like no injuries.
Yeah, and then it was way after that they were like, oh,
they're like 100
people have
for the base.
130 or some people have like
Americans
brain injuries.
They got a tiny concussion or a loud noise happened or
or it could be something even bigger.
No, because I think it was they had those machine guns that shoot down the missiles and they got too close and exploded. That's what, and then the wave I think fucked them up.
Shockwave,
because they had two defensives I think.
But why would you say there's zero injuries, zero anything first? Why would you release that info?
Because you want to make it seem like a perfect mission.
Yeah, I guess.
But then you're like,
that is
shit.
Trump's MO.
It's his whole thing.
Did anybody die? Okay, that's zero injuries.
So we did perfect.
We've got 10 people dismembered, 3 people who will never be able to hear again, 5 people are blind. So nobody died.
And we can't find these 10 people.
That's zero injuries right there.
Or 100 people got together and they're like, yo, let's fucking get the fuck out of here. Be like,
my head hurts. I want to leave. I want to go home.
Do you see the thing how Donald Trump is he in India or he's going to India?
He's in India.
He's in India right now.
You see Modi fucking announcing him?
No. Yeah.
I never did.
The President of the United States of America is like Donald Trump.
So good.
Fucking awesome.
Then he hugs him and shit when he comes down and whatever.
How that Anpad is the leader of India is crazy, man. And even him, all the cover-ups he's doing prior to Donald Trump showing up.
Fuck.
Building
crazy.
walls for like kilometers.
Building walls so he can hide the slums.
Yeah. So nobody can see the slums when they're driving on the highway.
This is fine.
But Trump's probably like, oh fuck, sick wall right there, buddy.
Trump's getting ideas.
Sick new wall, man.
He's like, that is a feat of engineering. I think I need your expertise. Come on over to this little small town I call Mexico.
Bring your workers, buddy.
How much is the labor? That's cheaper than Mexican labor.
We get India to pay for it.
We're going to get India to come over. Mexico's going to pay for it.
You guys nuts, man. That guy.
You think he's going to get another 4 years?
Dude. Okay, so even, again, Russian conspiracy, what I think it's been proven true. They are propping up Bernie Sanders to win. So Russians are propping up Bernie Sanders to win the Democratic nomination because they know that Trump will clean the floor with them. Whereas if Michael Bloomberg wins, it's a different story.
Shit.
I know. I feel like Bernie has more of a chance of winning than Bloomberg.
What's his name? Clint Eastwood, a lifetime Republican, a former Trump supporter, has come out and said, you know what? I'm fucking done with this guy. Everybody needs to support Michael Bloomberg.
Really?
Yeah.
Sick.
And he went for Bloomberg instead. That's wild.
Because obviously he's like, yo,
Yeah.
Bernie's a little too, left.
Bernie's
Everyone
nuts.
keeps calling him a socialist and shit.
Bernie's awesome, man.
Dude, he's the best candidate.
He's so sick.
so good.
He just
He's
gets
so
too
sick.
animated. He just needs to
That's the
calm
best
down a
fucking
little
part.
bit. The guy just starts going fuck. You can't even fucking tell what he's saying.
Dude, we have to watch this fucking stupid shit Trump does. I'd rather watch Larry David.
At least Trump
Yeah,
does,
Larry
at
David.
least Trump does it really
It's like
slow.
watching Seinfeld. Yeah,
Probably like-
you can keep up.
So we
Well, Trump's retarded.
bomb that motherfucker.
And he'll say the same 10 words over. We're the greatest. We did the best bombing ever. There's never been a bombing like this before.
Best
The bombs were fantastic. They were huge.
Huge bombs. Huge bombs.
All right, so next conspiracy. Conspiracy? What?
Well, there is a conspiracy that Trump, he's actually a genius.
Oh, yeah. And just
No,
acting like an idiot.
So he's a genius, and he's playing this dumbass card like to the fucking T.
Fuck, he plays the dumbest card so well.
So well, it's like it's natural.
It's like you'd think he's
Yeah.
a dummy.
You believe that at all?
I don't believe that. I think he's a fucking dummy.
I think he's a
Yeah.
dummy.
I don't know, man.
I think he's a businessman, and I think he's operating like
Yeah,
like
a
the
business.
U.S. as a company.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Like he's true to form. He's not putting on a show.
yeah.
And like if people think he's putting on a show, he's not. I think this is the real fucking Trump.
This is him.
And he's running the country like a business.
Yeah.
And that just like he was always known as a fucking asshole businessman. Nobody respected him.
Yeah.
New York hated him. They think he's a fucking loser and a shitty businessman. But that's what
Yeah,
he
because
is.
he's gone bankrupt like 3 times
Yeah.
or some shit. So like, he's not even a good businessman.
No.
I think honestly,
Well,
I think he's just
hold
but
on. Using bankruptcy is
Yeah,
is
yeah,
a
that-
good business like tactic.
It is.
It's not,
Yeah.
Look at 50 Cent. He
No,
got
no.
out of paying
Yeah,
Rick Ross's
exactly.
baby mama.
That's true.
That's
I don't
using this
know about
capitalism.
good, but it's a smart one to like get out of shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So if you're a businessman,
That's
you're like,
true.
oh shit, I'm gonna
It's
fuck
tactical.
myself or
Yeah.
yeah,
It's tactical.
Yeah.
But like I see he's a dumbass in like the sense of like, just normal shit. But what he's doing, I feel like he kind of has like a
He knows what he's
plan.
doing. He
Yeah.
plays to his base.
Yeah.
He says the right things at the right time when he's at the rallies. Like he'll fucking.
I think his base is just that stupid too.
and
though.
he
That
com-
is also true.
I
But
don't,
he knows
again.
that.
I don't. He knows,
that,
and he
yeah.
plays to them. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Even like his names, Michael Bloomberg for the rest of his life will be called Mini Mike.
Mini Mike,
This fucking billionaire who did not need to
Cheating
go
Hillary and-
did not need to go and try to become a president. Would have just cruised into his older years and just fucking chilled out.
As a
But no,
billionaire.
he's gonna be called Mini Mike for the rest of his fucking life because of Donald Trump. This guy comes out with the best nicknames. I don't know if he
Yeah.
has comedians who write this shit for him.
No.
No, I think
I
that,
think
He just comes.
I think he
up with the
riffs
top
it,
of-
man.
Dude,
I
he
think
rips
riffs
it, man. He's good at that.
I think that's his thing. I think he comes out. I think
He's
he's.
probably
I think
been
he's a natural bully.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And he
That's
comes
what it
out
is.
with the nickname.
Like
Joda.
yeah.
Yeah, just like Joda.
Dude, look at how erect Jonah's getting talking about that.
I'm just thinking about it.
His dick's hard right now.
The table's moving up, man. Half an inch.
I'm just thinking about this. I'm like, it makes perfect sense. He's an awesome nicknamer. I'm an awesome nicknamer.
I am Trump.
If you're in America, would you vote for Trump?
No.
I don't know.
Hold on. Jonah would say no to us, but go into the election thing and fucking vote him. That's the type of person he
Okay.
is.
Yeah.
That's the type of person he is.
You sick fuck. Fucking two-faced fuck.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
I don't get you.
I would have to see who the other candidate is.
Yeah. Sure.
And if Bernie's that candidate, no. I think Bloomberg should. I think they should push Bloomberg through.
Really? Instead of Bernie?
I think so
Why?
because Bloomberg makes
Because
more sense.
Bloomberg would actually beat Trump.
Yeah.
When it's put up, when you're going one or the other,
Yeah.
like when you go Bernie and Bloomberg, you'd be like, oh, fuck, Bernie's fucking sick, this and that. But once you put Bernie next to Trump, you're going to be like, yo, this guy's a little bit too fucked.
Yeah.
I hate when people do that.
You're gonna look at. You have to look at the nation. The nation's gonna look at it, saying, okay, Trump at least over the last 4 years has made us money. Our economy's good,
But
job numbers are low,
short-term.
all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
They don't give up. They don't give up.
Yeah,
it could
they're
be fucking
retarded.
1 day. It could
Yeah.
be 1 day, and they're gonna be like, oh,
A 1 day
Trump, this
spike,
guy
yeah.
did it, right? And they're gonna look at Bernie. They're like, this motherfucker's gonna take money out of our pockets. He's gonna increase our taxes. Do this. They're like, yo, man, we're voting for Trump.
Yeah.
Whereas if you had a guy like Bloomberg who is not so extreme on his policies, the real Democrat people will be like, okay, we got a Democrat now. Let's fucking vote for this guy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? Because there's a lot of people who are not necessarily on the fence. They're either gonna not vote or they're going to vote for Trump because they're like, yo, we're not gonna.
They're gonna look at like the day-to-day change and be like,
Yeah.
oh, our tax, like that's gonna
Yeah.
affect our every single day.
100%.
That's gonna be right away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's gonna.
Whereas like Bernie, he has like a long-term growth plan, but
But the way it's being sold in the media
it's
is
so
that this
bad.
shit's gonna happen overnight.
Yeah.
You're fucking gonna lose
You're
money.
fucked.
Medicare's gonna come in. You're fucked. This is that, and then Trump does a great job of just fueling that fire.
Yeah.
This guy's gonna fucking
you take your money. You
Take
want to
it-
keep your
yeah.
money?
Yeah.
Vote for me.
yeah.
This is crazy that you guys watch so much of this shit. I only watch SNL.
That is the wrong place to get
Honestly,
that.
I don't.
No, it's the best. Have you not seen their beginning
Yeah, but
monologue?
it's, what I'm getting at is that that's not. It's not factual. You
Who
know?
gives a fuck? It's America. I'm over here, man.
But you're
Fuck
saying it's
outta
not
here.
factual.
But
None
these
of
are
the
Eddie
fucking
Bravo.
media shit is factual either.
Well,
It's
yeah.
all
I
propaganda.
just get all my news from YouTube and I just get it on as well. But he's are fucking Eddie Bravo.
I don't even go on YouTube, you bitch, and barely ever.
I get all my news from Eddie Bravo. No, I've just a random podcast that I listen to. They'll have different speakers on there who'll kind of weigh in on some of this stuff. And
You watch, you listen
Fuck
to other
other
podcasts? I'm
Except for Joe Rogan.
I'm like Lil Wayne. I only listen to us.
that's a lie.
What? I don't listen to any other podcasts.
You don't listen to any other podcast?
Not even Joe Rogan anymore.
Oh, see, I listen to business ones and that kind of stuff. So they'll always
I
have
don't listen to shit right now.
other people on
Right
there.
now, yeah.
I have the long commute, so at some point I'm just like the same music playing over and over. I'm like,
Oh, I
fuck,
thought-
I just need somebody.
I don't have a lot of
I thought that's where
I
you
don't
watch
even
your
listen to us.
shows.
Fuck us.
I do not watch
I've
fucking
never listened to
YouTube while I'm
Laura.
driving.
No,
to
YouTube,
jackass.
you fucking asshole. Oh, wait, driving. I thought
Yeah.
you used to take the train.
No.
You used to tell us that you watched shows.
That's
on-
when I used to take the bus. I don't take the bus anymore.
Yeah, he has a Tesla now.
Oh, yeah. Tesla Drake.
Now, why do you think he's pumping Bloomberg instead of Bernie? He's not on the bus anymore. He's got his own car. You don't want to pay these healthcare taxes. and shit.
Flopper.
I got my own healthcare. Fuck you, poor nigga.
I think the last thing I want to is like, do you think there's some sort of population control, or will there be any sort of population control thing?
Well, they
coming?
did do eugenics back in
Isn't this
the 60s.
coronavirus? Isn't this?
It
I
could
know,
be.
it might
Could
be.
be.
That could
Honestly,
be one of them.
honestly, I had a way bigger feeling about that when Zika was a thing. Because remember, Zika was the thing that didn't kill anybody,
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah,
a problem,
but it fucked your kids up.
Fucked your kids up. So
Yeah.
it was like, don't have kids now.
And the thing is,
Like,
people
yeah, that
think
one was like,
people
holy.
think Zika is gone. It's not.
It's still around.
Yeah.
We're just not talking about it.
That's what I mean by a gigantic amount of this shit that happens is just media and people
Well-
pumping it up way bigger than it is and ignoring other shit.
Well, the reason
Well, it's
we
the
don't.
flavor dies. It's
Yeah,
not. It's not
exactly.
It's not a current news story. You know,
Yeah.
Why are you going to talk about it?
And it doesn't affect us up here. So.
yeah, Zika
Yeah.
didn't really, because
It started to make its way into Ontario.
It did? Ontario?
it-
yeah, there was a few cases.
was a
I
few
thought it only
cases.
made it like.
I think the biggest thing was just it wasn't viable in our
Yeah, yeah.
climate.
That's what it
Yeah,
was.
the climate,
That's what it is.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's because Ontario's overpopulated.
So the mosquitoes knew that. They
Yeah.
went up there.
They hitchhiked.
No, but it's like, I don't know, a lot of these, like that coronavirus, for example, they're like, you know, how China, everybody think their numbers are like being fucked around. And they're like, oh, like around 10% people or like less or something like that actually like die from, the rest of them kind of heal on their own. And it's like,
So it's like the weakest one. You're killing off the weakest.
yeah. And then China, you know how they said, oh, these are a number of deaths. And it's like, that's compared to how many are infected. It's like the number infected are fucking probably huge compared to that. And how many are they actually even reporting and shit like that. And China, obviously, biggest population. And that would be like if you were going to try to control population, like that would be one of them.
Knowing that it only kills the weak off.
Yeah.
Yeah, could be. Another theory.
That is one of the things, like even like a lot of people like online.
Everyone's
just,
been
like,
saying that, or I shouldn't say everyone's been saying, but people have been talking about that. The world needs some sort of population control. That's why a lot of these diseases,
not
in
even
the-
like
in
just
the
population, but they're like,
previous
yo,
20s have been so effective.
they're like nowadays there's a lot more people in the world are just fucking stupid.
Yeah.
And like we put so many
Yeah.
like warning, like whatever, like people who have like
It's so
stupid
much
genes,
easier
they're surviving.
It's so
Yeah.
much
So much
easier to survive. And nowadays, they've done studies and stuff. Dumber people are having more kids, and smarter people are having less kids.
Who did these studies?
No, but it is true.
No,
It's-
because
think
if
about-
you have an education, you're a
Your
doctor, and shit,
career-
your career,
Yeah.
you're chasing all these other things.
Yeah.
You don't have time to
Walk
sit
around.
at home and teach your
It's not
kid,
even
like-
that.
So
Some
they,
people-
they choose not to have as
Ain't
many
nobody got
kids.
time.
No,
to
it's not even
fuck.
that. People are choosing not to. Right?
Exactly.
Like, so
Because of career.
Because they'd rather further their
a lot of
career.
it is because of careers.
it's, no. I'm talking like careers is the one that gets you too busy to go do it. I'm saying like even the people
Some-
that
yeah.
have time, they're starting like the
The
next
more
generation.
education.
The next.
But that's also because of cost of living as well.
Yeah. cost of living, and just it is just a choice
No,
that people are like. You know
I think
what?
it's
I don't
more
want to
of
have-
thinking about the future, about the kid. Instead.
There are some people like that, but I've known people who initial stance was, no, we're never gonna have kids. 5, 6, 7 years into the relationship, one person finally starts thinking, oh yeah, fuck, I really want.
But that's normal, man. That's
no, but this is like that's what I'm getting at. So it's like, at what your position at one point maybe, it may not be. At another point.
People change at like 4 years, like totally flip anything.
Yeah.
Right? They could fucking
Flippity flop.
They could be like a successful CEO. The next 4 years, they could be a crackhead.
That is also true.
Shit changes like fast. You're not.
Or like Robert Kraft getting rub and tug.
Hey man, let the guy live, dude.
I can't believe
man.
like out of a billionaire like that guy couldn't just hire a private service to do that.
It maybe excites him to go random
man.
places.
Or the
Maybe
excitement's
he's
in
so
the
bored
danger
of
of it.
Maybe he's so bored of the other ones.
That is
Yeah.
true. You always come to my place. Why can't I come to your place?
I feel like you don't want me to go.
Bored at my place.
And the day he goes, he gets busted.
Damn it! I knew it.
Let the guy live, man. Fuck.
She set me up, that bitch. So fucked.
Do you think some sort of Thanos is gonna come in and just fucking fuck shit
Snap
up?
his fingers.
Not like
I wish.
not like a superhero type of thing, but like some sort of Illuminati shit where it's like, yo, let's control this shit.
No, because
Poison this, poison this water.
at the end of the day,
No.
everybody, most people are just fucking. We're just workhorses for them.
Yeah.
Why would
They
they want?
want more people. They
We're
want more people.
Like that's the thing about
They're
Facebook
taking
and all
up so
these
many
things that
resources.
don't have. Like if you're not being
You think
sold a
there's-
product,
You think they're still not going to
then
get
you
what
are
they
the
want?
product.
They want the data.
Yeah.
The more people, the more data.
Exactly.
So about that, like
What are you gonna do with that? Then?
Anything they want. You're the one that
And
buys
literally
it.
anything you want.
Manipulate
Be like,
the dumbest person and get them to buy
Exactly.
whatever they want.
Yeah.
Exactly what Kevin said. The
Which is
dumb-
another conspiracy, which is the subliminal messaging in advertisements and
Yeah,
shit. They just pop up stuff in there, and then in your
Remember in
Right,
the,
and you
remember
go,
in the
you know what?
movies? Remember in the movies back in the day, every like 15th slide would be a picture of popcorn.
Yeah.
And then you want to go get popcorn.
yeah.
when they're back in the real days.
Yeah,
It
and
was
then
like
it became
a
illegal.
film reel.
Then it
yeah.
became illegal to put
Yeah.
anything in the movie.
Here's a funny one. Like before, product placement used to be like
Yeah.
super in the background. You couldn't even tell.
Uh-huh.
Now to cater to the dumbest person, it's like so fucking obvious.
Yeah,
You
they
shove
have
it in
to-
your face.
They
Like, they have to
literally
hold
shove it in
shit
your face.
awkwardly.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like, yo, you want this like Coors Light beer? Nice cold one.
and like people like if they're holding some sort of product, they hold it so fucking
Yeah.
weird.
So
like
you can see the
awkwardly.
full label.
Yeah, so you
Look
can
at my
see the full
perfect 12-inch
That you
sub,
would-
but then
yeah.
I'm just holding and eating the whole thing.
Yeah. It's like, bitch, it never looks like that. I
No.
fucking
Yeah.
hate you. I want to go into a restaurant one day and be like, make it exactly like the picture. I'm not fucking eating it.
I watched a movie recently.
Like,
I'm sick of this bullshit.
Sir, this costs $2. Get the fuck out. We don't need your business.
I watched a movie recently and had fucking terrible product placement.
Transformers.
No. It was,
Oh, that was
That
the worst.
that was.
Was it Bud Light in there or something? Oh,
was not even
my
Bud
Is that
Light.
what Mountain Dew?
The cars,
the
Bud
GM
Light,
cars. It was a
everything.
fucking full
So
GM
much.
commercial. No, but it
good.
was fuck. What do you call it? Fuck.
Yeah, anyways.
Not Six Underground. Ryan.
Six
uh,
above
Oh,
ground.
6. No, it is 6
It is
underground.
6 underground.
It is
Is it
6
Six
Underground.
Underground?
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds?
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
I think it might have been in that one.
Yeah, I think that one had pretty.
It was a
crazy-
beer, like a beer placement. I was like, yo, like,
Yeah.
can this get any more fucking obvious? Like, seriously?
Dude, there's so much of that now too, where it's
Yeah.
like it's clearly the label's perfectly turned towards the
Or
camera,
like the
right
rest,
there.
the rest of the scene has that filter where it's like gray and dark, and then all of a sudden it's like red, fucking vivid Coca-Cola can. Like it's like, yo, everything else is grayscale. Why the fuck are you so red?
There's a filter on everything else except for the Coke can. Yeah, she's getting
Anyways,
fucked
I think
up,
that's
man.
enough for a conspiracy theory.
No, I got one more.
I didn't
you
even
fucking
know
asshole
it.
that I've
One
been-
more.
that I've been
One more.
trying to
Preeti,
fucking
finally.
Trying to say you never fucking said a damn word.
You guys been cutting. Honestly, you guys been cutting me off all. Shut
we're
the
done.
fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
What's your thought of the day again?
How many opportunities did this guy have to
He's
talk?
fucking sitting there on his phone like a
Oh my
bitch,
God.
Snapchatting and shit.
Snapchatting and shit. Fuck you guys.
You're a conspiracy.
Huh?
Huh?
The landing on the moon. Was it real?
We talked about this.
Did we?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
You fucking bitches. What?
See,
the,
you
the
weren't
flag
even paying
moves
attention.
even in a vacuum seal. They did it.
Yeah.
They've done a test. The flag will
Haven't
still
you
move.
seen MythBusters?
Did we already talked about this?
Pretty sure we did.
Fuck, I gotta go re-listen to that. Then.
Yeah, Transformers up there.
See, we gotta
on the dark side of the moon.
So, see, we gotta cater to the dumbest person. in the
yeah.
room.
Oh, yeah, I'm the dumbest, huh?
Can't even remember
What's 2
what we
plus
talked
2, you
about.
bitch?
Can't even remember what we
What's
talked
2 plus
about.
2? Hey, if a leaf, right, covers a whole lake.
That's a big ass leak or a small lake.
You're a fucking bitch.
Yeah, you are. You fucking cunt.
I remember that one. And the ball and the
Those are
bat one.
fighting words.
The what?
The ball and the bat one.
I don't remember that one.
What?
You hit him in the balls with a bat.
I wish.
I just remember, Joe, I got none of the questions.
I got 2 right.
fucking hilarious.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
Anyway, let's go.
Okay.
I fucked up.
What do you mean? What's your content of the week?
Oh, shit. No.
Flip the script, bitch.
Shawty last. Shawty last.
You only shotty last.
Edgar Jones gonna steal whatever I brought up today.
I am.
Loser.
What did Preeti talk about today? No. I'm all about like the Netflix shows and shit like that. This one's fucking shit. But
Content corner. What not to watch?
no, it's shit. But it's actually kind of like last time I talked about that Circle show.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty good. I watched the fucking whole thing.
Okay.
You
It's-
watched the whole thing.
I fucking watched the whole thing. I'm a fucking
Yeah,
loser.
you talked about that circle show.
Yeah.
You're such a homosexual.
Go on, you fucking
Anyways, there's this other one.
Subject for Preeti.
My wife started watching it, and then I started getting into it.
Is it
and,
that dating one?
Yes.
Yeah.
My wife's on that one too, man.
Fucking the worst, man. And I just sit there. I was like, God damn it, when's the next
But then,
episode?
but then it sucks you in.
I
You're
know.
like, yo, I kind of want to know what
I
happened.
want to
with
know.
Which one?
Okay, listen. You want? It's called Love Is Blind.
Yeah.
This is
Oh
what
my
happens.
Lord.
There's like a bunch of people on there. You're in your own little pod. You hear the person's voice, never see him. You only do whatever talk, and basically the idea behind it is you want to fall in love with the person's personality, and then you
Committed to getting married.
You actually propose
Really?
to them
Before you see them.
Okay,
then
sounds
you get to
kinda
see them, and then you get to whatever.
Get a
then they-
divorce.
She was a guy the whole time.
We haven't gotten there yet.
We haven't gone there yet. There's actually one. I think there's one more episode, season finale.
yeah.
But yeah, so they propose, whatever, and then they like actually see each other, and then some of them are like, "Oh, happy about it." Some of them are like, "Ah, shit."
One of the
And they're trying
one of the girls.
Why are you giving
like-
shit away?
Well, I'm just saying. I think
No,
it's-
you shouldn't.
I think it's a good cliffhanger for people to start watching, to like know what happened.
Okay.
Go.
So one of the guys wanted to propose to the girl,
Yeah.
but then didn't, right? And then he proposed to a different girl, and he told her, "I was going to propose to you, but I'm not going to." And then another guy proposed to that girl, and then when she saw the other guy was like, "This fucking jock stud dude," and then she was really disappointed that he never proposed to her.
And like she was like, it's
And
so hard for the guy.
you can see the conflict.
I know.
With her current fiance, like you can like totally see the conflict.
Fuck, we're the biggest bitches.
That's what I'm trying to wait. This is what I'm trying to wait. Hold on. Because
Why are you gonna fucking explain it like that?
listen,
Make it seem like we're a bunch of fucking bitches.
you guys are.
You know it.
Listen, I was waiting for Jonah and Jonah to finish. He and Gavin been sitting here staring at you guys. Like,
That's the guy with the cum in his throat. Fuck you, man. Fuck out of here.
we've been staring at you guys talking about this love show, this crap. Like,
Yo,
what
man,
the
they were
fuck?
locked eyes,
Locked eyes.
salivating and shit.
Locked eyes. Like I know somebody that watches it and I heard about the show, but I wanted to see it from you.
Okay,
guys.
it's
also
fucking
seen 2
shitty, but yo, it
You
just
wait. You say 2 episodes too?
If not by choice.
Shut the fuck up.
yeah.
Not by choice.
You're the bitch.
And the biggest difference is I didn't enjoy it like these homos.
Hey, I never said I enjoyed it, but I just want to keep watching.
That came out of your the way it came out of your mouth was that you loved it.
How did it go in your mouth?
It didn't go in my mouth because I didn't fucking watch it.
All I'm saying is, sometimes you just gotta.
You just gotta see it through. That's the thing with me. Even if I watch shitty shows, I'm like, fuck, I have to finish
That's why
it.
I don't start these shows. Dude.
That's true.
That's why I
Yeah.
don't start shows. That's
I
why
am like
movies
that
are the
too.
best. That's why movies are. You're like you got 2 hours, or like whatever, 2 hours. Let's just get it over with. And
Nevertheless.
Is that how you watch movies? Let's just get this over with.
some movies, there's certain movies.
All right, there's 2 hours fucking gone.
Certain movies, I swear.
Anyways.
There's only like one movie that I've ever walked out of.
I don't think I've ever done that where I'm like, oh, I'm gonna put a movie on and just to get it over with.
No, you fucking
It's a chore. If I have to, I guess.
I mean, I put it on, then it sucks, then I'm like, oh shit, I'm stuck in it now.
Yeah.
And then you're like, whatever, there's only 2 hours left.
Yeah,
and it's
done.
over. For a show, you got fucking days of crap.
Okay.
Nevertheless. Anyways, Love is Blind. Check it out.
So for me, the content of the week is the Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury fight was on the weekend, and I gotta say it was fucking fantabulous. You need to watch that fight if you haven't. Go watch the highlights, whatever you can. What an amazing fight. Fury came out there, guns motherfucking blazing. And now, you know what Deontay Wilder's saying?
His fucking shit was too heavy?
Yeah, I think it's a complete bitch move. This fucking guy spent $50,000 on his walkout
What a
outfit.
stupid person.
Apparently, it weighed like 40 pounds, and now he's saying,
40 pounds?
He's saying, I lost the fight because I wore it 15, 20 minutes before I entered the ring, and like my legs were just gassed by the time I got to the ring.
That's 100% number one bullshit. These fucking chicks at the reception, they have fucking outfits that weigh like 100 pounds, and they fucking dance the whole goddamn night. They're doing back guy and that shit. Fuck
Straight
that.
up.
That's all bullshit.
So
That's
And it makes him even a bigger pussy to actually come out and say that.
Yeah.
Sure, you
My
can believe
outfit.
it.
Yeah,
I lost because of my
if you
outfit.
thought of yourself,
Like,
if you
I would
wanted
be
to-
like, fuck, I fucked up. I shouldn't have worn that.
Yeah.
I fucked my legs. But, like, I would never say that out loud
And
to
that's
everyone.
that's the thing, because they're like, you got it the day before, you had it the day before, you wore it the day before, you knew how heavy it was,
yeah.
and you continue to wear it. And then now he's gonna apparently can all his coaches because they threw the towel in, all like
Holy.
bitch ass
Oh,
move.
is that how he lost?
He seems like just a
Well,
sort
the
of-
referee waved it off at the same time that they threw the towel in, so it was like the same time. But watch the fight; it was such a good fight, though. It was
Dude,
so fun.
it looked off from the starting. I was like, dude,
First
I thought
round,
Wilder was gonna win. I was like,
I thought Wilder was gonna win, like before the fight started.
Yeah.
As soon as first round started, I was like,
dude.
I have a text message, timestamp and everything. When I texted my friend, I was like, yo, shit, man, Fury's looking fucking
dude,
good.
he was just pressing
I'm like,
forward.
he's
like,
looking good.
just kept moving. Wilder, dude, his legs seem super small.
Wilder's?
Yeah.
Oh.
Earlier, like in the pay-per-view, I think it was Lennox Lewis. They're like, dude, people with like tree trunk legs, they're harder to fucking knock out just because they have so much. They have that fucking
Center
base
that-
under
that
them,
low base.
and they'll just be hard to fucking knock down.
Yeah.
People with, like tall and skinny, easier to knock down. This and that. This guy's legs seem so small for fucking heavyweight.
This guy's flipping and flopping around. He like
One of them
maybe-
was like a push down. It's like a forearm, like fucking bitch hit, but he fell down.
and Fury played like I'm not even gonna spoil it for you. Just go watch the damn fight. It was so good.
It was a
so
good fight. I was thoroughly entertained.
Kevin,
My content corner, I almost forgot about. You guys heard of Altered Carbon?
oh, season 2
Season 2
started
dropping tonight.
tonight.
Right at midnight. I might watch a few episodes.
Fuck, it's been too long.
I might have to watch from the beginning because it's pretty intricate and crazy. It's if you haven't heard about it, it's
Hopefully the
basically
recap is
sci-fi.
good.
and-
Hopefully the recap. Is
yeah, that's true. I might just watch. It's 10 episodes, and it's been a while.
Just
since
10
it-
episodes. It's fucking 10
hours.
hours.
I know.
10 hours just to figure out what happens so you can start.
I'll just throw it on in the background. Better
Yeah.
than watching The Circle. You.
No, it's not.
I don't watch the circle.
No, they're talking about love.
Oh.
Love something?
I watched
Love Island.
So it's okay to watch the circle, but it's not okay to watch this. Fuck you, Preeti.
Honestly, I
First
thought
off-
you guys were talking about the same
First
thing.
off, I threw it on here for shits and giggles, and then I
Oh,
went
yeah,
home.
that's true.
and got hooked.
No, I didn't watch. I forwarded to the end. I just wanted to see who
won.
I forgot.
Well,
no, actually,
we can't
yeah,
spoil it.
yeah.
Why?
I remember now.
Why not spoil it? Some people haven't finished it.
Go,
All right,
Preeti, what's your contact
two
number?
albums that I've been listening to a lot.
They both suck.
You fucking suck, bitch.
Spoiler alert, but his taste in music sucks.
Oh my!
If you
fuck.
guys want us to have an LTB cast playlist that Preeti curates, let us know. Then you guys can all experience how bad it sucks.
Your guys' music taste sucks. Let's get shit straight. What the fuck do you listen to?
Yo, the new
Probably
intense.
fucking
the new intense.
Ariana Grande
Hey,
shit.
Why are you
Shut
so
up.
mad though?
Seriously.
The new
Because
intense.
you guys' music sucks.
Okay.
No, the new intense.
No.
Sidhu Moosewala joint. Sick.
Oh,
so
sick.
good.
Oh my god.
So what are your two shitty albums? Hurry up.
I'm gonna fuck.
Let's just cut the fucking.
Honestly, I'm gonna fucking shit kick you guys dude. I'm gonna throw this fucking glass of water.
While we're
over
done
you.
here, just turn it off.
You know what? Preeti, sing the best song from each album.
This mic's not good enough to get my high.
Dude, these mics are great. Don't blame Mark.
Actually, they are great. We're not trying to get new ones here, okay? Anyways, Boogie with. Shut the fuck up, Jonah. Boogie with a Boogie with a hoodie.
Oh, sick.
Artist 2.0.
Oh, nice. I
Awesome
like one of
album.
his other songs.
Yeah,
So.
his
I might check
last
it out.
album was fucking insane. This one's good. And then NBA YoungBoy, still flexing, still stepping. Pretty fucking good.
Fuck.
Check
If
'em
these
out.
guys
Still flexing.
just couldn't have any stupider
Still
names,
stepping.
could they?
Your name's Gajo, you fucking bitch.
Shut up, Preeti.
What is NBA Youngboy?
Never
Yeah.
Broke Again, and then YoungBoy.
Interesting.
That's what he has to take away.
Okay, you know what? You guys want to do this? What's your like most What's your favorite hip hop song right now?
Tupac.
Tupac.
He was in the same songs for 30 years.
He seriously has. People like you get stuck in the fucking 90s and shit.
I'm so stuck in the 90s. when it
Yeah.
comes
Then
to rap.
shut the fuck
No,
up.
honestly, I saw this playlist that came up, and it's like it was like 90s and like early 2000s.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, this shit is popping. And then it like slowly crept into like the nows. You couldn't even understand what these fucking guys were saying. They're not rapping. There's no fucking.
That's why you got to go back to the lyricists.
See,
Logic,
listen,
dude.
listen.
Logic, Eminem still. There's still a Joyner, Kendrick.
Yeah.
Dude, there's still a lot
No,
of
I know.
lyricists.
There's a handful, but the ones that get popular and like are popping.
Those are for vibing, man. Like,
Yeah, but like I like.
shut the fuck up.
You know that's exactly what it is. And
Yeah?
then-
Are you telling me?
I agree
Are
with
we allowed
you.
to print? Like, are we allowed to release that?
Yeah, man, you're not supposed to make fun of the mentally handicapped.
Shut the fuck up. That's not what I was doing.
You're
You're
fucked
so
up, man.
fucked.
Classic
You're
Jora.
so fucked.
Classic asshole Jora.
That was me mumble rapping, you fucking asshole.
Are you sure that's
Fucking making fun of Preeti right there. He's sitting right here. You sick fuck.
That's how Preeti raps.
No, he's trying to make fun of Lil Uzi and Young Thug. So suck a dick. They're fucking both great. Fuck you.
Okay, Preeti. Whatever you say.
Yeah, man.
I agree that their lyrics suck and their rapping is trash, but
man,
But it's
the
the
beat
vibe.
I also
It's the
agree with
vibes.
Preeti that the vibe is
It's
pretty
the
good on
vibe
lots
that
of
they were
these.
trying to catch.
Some
you
of the
I
fucking
beats
think
are
jackass.
fucking
both
sick.
you two.
And if you want to listen to shit,
All I
that,
said was that their fucking names are stupid.
their names are your
Their
name's
names
stupid
are
too.
stupid.
Fuck you.
My name's not that bad.
I think you two. I think you two
I've heard
fools
worse. I've
get
heard
high
worse.
too often and think this music is good, and you guys are stupid.
Dude, okay, boomer, like shut the fuck up. Isn't it your bedtime right now? Like, fuck out of here.
It possibly is.
Yeah, take your teeth out and go to bed, Gramps.
Fuck out of
your
here.
teeth out and give
Telling
him
me
gummer.
telling me about music and shit. Fuck out of
Shitty ass.
What?
He said he's gonna take it, I'll give a gummer.
What's a cover? Is that a fucking...
You know what I know? You don't understand what a
I
cover
can guess it. I can guess it. Is it a blowjob without teeth?
Is it? Oh my god!
Are you gonna give it me or not?
You seem so excited.
He's so excited. Now he's very mad. You shouldn't talk shit about my music, bitch.
Your music sucks.
I'm starting to think Jora does have dentures that none of us knew about.
Anyways, thought of the day is that listen to good music, not Preeti's fucking trash music.
Everything's a conspiracy. Question everything.
No, let's do it right now. Let's do it right now.
Let's do it
Then.
right
We'll do instead of fucking our last
You're
fucking
not
stupid
screwing
shit.
up our thought of the day. We're ending.
No,
it right
the
now.
thought of the day is
Shut
fine.
the fuck up.
If you want to shout out and tell me if my music recommendations are good, then let me know. If they're bad, and then we'll fucking compare them.
Let's do it.
Right? We'll compare them.
All right, let's
and
compare
then I'll stop fucking mentioning music
Okay.
if it comes out bad.
No, you have to stop listening to music forever.
Fuck you. I quit this podcast.
No, then you can only listen to shit that Jora said.
Yes. No, thank you. No, thank you.
I control your playlist.
Yeah, I'd rather kill myself too. But I'll stop recommending my music on here, and if the people like it, and then you shut the fuck up.
Done deal.
All right.
All right. Thank you all for joining us. Until next time, peace.
Fuck you, bitch.
What song is that? Is that a new one?
Is that Roddy? Is that Roddy Rich?
Roddy Viper?